BadSecretMedia.com.
I hate Bad Secret Media.
Hey there, gamers. Welcome to the Secret Levels podcast. This week's episode, we're getting sultry in a bathtub, and then we're going to play some slots while you poker us.
I'm player one, Peekaboo Toby.
And I'm player two, Full House Goes.
And we do a retro video game review show where we discuss the history, the story, the gameplay, some fun facts.
And then we throw in the rage meter from 1 to 10. Like, do you want to get a whole bunch of Legos all over the floor and do a fucking somersault onto them? That's pretty rageful.
Ooh.
Or just build like a nice Lego castle, because that's like fun. That's no rage.
Yeah. And after we rage, we do like to calm down and tell you if the games that we're discussing...
Sometimes we like to calm down.
Sometimes. But we try to let you know if these games that we're discussing are still worth playing.
And we rate them 1 to 10 because we are simple folk, Toby.
We are so simple. Simple.
Oh, we're so simple that we really enjoyed this one.
Okay, so we need to add a disclaimer. Like, our show's kind of dirty as it is.
Shit happens.
This one might get raunchier than usual.
I don't know if it will or not. I've said some pretty bad things in the past.
Yeah, no, there's been some raunchy stuff, but this one is kind of like...
Centered around the raunch.
Centered around the raunchy 3 different times. Because we didn't just pick one game. We have 3 games to discuss today.
We did a 3-way.
We had a threesome.
On episode 69.
Oh, 69, do you get it? The sex stuff.
I put the V up to my lips for that one. The Patreon's got the butthole, you guys get the V trigger.
Yeah, so this is going to be a really unique episode. So I just want to give that fair warning.
This is where everyone switches off, including Jenny Bean. This is your one safe shout out during this episode.
Anything from here on out is just gonna be raunchy. And speaking of raunchy, this is the kickoff to our unlicensed March Madness, and that's MADNES. So it's our March Madness shows, and to kick it off, we are obviously going to be talking about some titties.
Let's talk about some titties,
some boobies,
some knockers.
Some whoppers.
Some dirty pillows.
Some... Ooh, I'm out.
You're
I
out?
had a whole list of them
Some
written
milk
down.
tanks.
Yeah. I went with milk jugs.
Feeding
or just
station.
jugs. Just jugs.
What about the feeding station?
Yeah, I like the feeding station. I saw someone in our Discord post lactation station.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That is pretty good. Anyway, so... we are talking about the 3 games that we're talking about: Bubble Bath Babes, Peekaboo Poker, and Hot Slots.
Slots, yeah, do some slots.
Should we just motorboat into some details?
Let's get into the deeds.
All right, so like I said, Bubble Bath Babes, Peekaboo Poker, and Hot Slots. These 3 games were released in 1991. And the history on these games is really hard to find.
Yeah, I didn't really find too much information.
So there's some confusion. So this may or may not be right. I don't know exactly, but it's every source that I saw said that there was a company that helped develop it called C&E,
Yeah, this is not published by Nintendo or has anything to do with Nintendo.
No. These are unlicensed games, but C&E was a developer, and I kept seeing notes that said Idea Tech, TEK. And then there was a lot of sources that said Hacker International were the ones that actually developed and published it.
Huh. Many fun facts.
Yeah, but it says most of the sources say that it was published by Panesian?
You were close.
Let's go with Panesian.
Panesian, Panesian. But for sure they did all the distributing. So they were the ones that actually distributed it. So I don't know where it all falls, but all three of these unlicensed games were available on the Nintendo Entertainment System.
The Nintendo Entertainment System. Now you're playing with power.
Now you're playing with fucking hard-ons.
So all three of these games are one player only, except Bubble Bath Babes, which has a 2-player side-by-side mode.
Oh yeah, so you can stroke it while you poke it.
Peekaboo Poker and Hot Slots are your typical gambling games, while Bubble Bath Babes is a puzzle game similar to like a Dr. Mario or a Tetris.
Yeah, it's a match 4.
Would you like to hear the story?
Oh, shit. I'd like to hear this. Let's set the music. Get nice and steamy up in this bath. It's time for story time with Toby.
The year is 1991. Nirvana just released the Nevermind album. Terminator 2 Judgment Day was super popular. The United States president was George H.W. Bush. The Canadian Prime Minister was Brian Mulroney?
Brian Mulroney.
Mulroney? There's an L in that.
If I got that wrong, I'm sorry, Canadians. I'm pretty sure Brian Mulroney. Mulroney?
Yeah, maybe I misspelled it. Anyways, the internet is made available to unrestricted commercial use, and a large amount of the computers are on the net, over 1 million by this time, which means internet porn has not reached its full capacity.
No, you had to pay AOL or get those startup discs.
You know what that means? There was only one thing left to do: play porno games. Because the 8-bit babes are fucking sexy.
Get those pixelated titties.
So that's my story.
Hey,
I had to write something.
It was something. I enjoyed it, Toby.
We have a segment, so I had to fill it. just like
Poker Penny.
So I did not even bother looking up how long does it take to complete these games, because
the other two I don't think are completable. I think they just keep going.
Hey.
And going and going and going.
I completed too quickly to finish these games.
The first screenshot. I'm done.
I also didn't look up if there's any speedrun records, because who cares?
Yeah, we don't want to know how fast people jerk off to this.
Maybe that's what the speedrun records are. It's just like...
See, I'm more of an endurance challenge kind of guy.
That's called edging. You want to talk about gameplay?
It's time for gameplay. I'm fucking broken already. Tears coming out of my eyes. I've been edging up until this episode. Still haven't finished. Started at Shaq Fu, now we're here.
So again, we're talking about 3 different games. Let's talk about Peekaboo Poker first, because you told me offline that you enjoyed this game.
Yeah, well, I like a good old fashioned poker simulator.
Well, see, I really don't know how to play poker.
And you're the fucking Texan. It's like Texas Hold'em. Like, you should know how to fucking do this.
Yeah, you know, I don't live up to the Texan name.
And poker's a great social game. Like, sitting around with buddies having a beer, some cigars or something too. Betting a little bit of money.
I've never smoked a cigar either.
Yeah, it's probably not the first thickest thing you wanted in there, so it's not thick enough. They just don't do for Toby.
Okay, so Peekaboo Poker, you start off with 3 different game options, which it's not game options, it's the ladies.
Yeah.
So you have Full House Francine, Poke-er Penny, and Double Dealing Debbie.
Of course, I went for the one with the fucking tits hanging out first.
Do you want to kind of fill us in? I mean, it's your typical poker game. Each player gets 5 cards. You can raise your bets.
Yeah, you can first you can bet, and then they'll do it. Then you can raise or call, and then you can throw away a couple cards if you want. Then you get your final hand, and you can raise or call again, or pass, and then they wink at you or stick their tongue at you and get mad. There's like a little face on the screen, like. It shows her face while you're playing, and she gets like happy and upset. She sees what you're doing.
Yeah, she knows. She's watching through the TV. But yeah, if you win, she gets mad and she looks pissed. But if you lose, she's got a big grin on her face and everything. But it's just simple poker. But this is what makes this game erotic.
Oh yeah, when you first get to that first $1,000 you made. You get to see a little something. It's not a whole lot of something, but it's a little something.
It's a little something.
Keep you enticed for more. Get you playing.
So is it every $1,000 that you make?
Yeah.
So every $1,000 you make, you get to see a little more revealing pictures, and it's got little comments that it has on the pictures.
I have a couple
stuff.
of these little comments I can read.
Oh yes, please read them to us.
1 second here, folks. Let me pull this up.
Let me just pull this out.
Do I have to do my sexy voice?
Yes.
Okay. I got a couple here. Hello. I'm Double Dealing Debbie, and I know you got a stripe for me. That's the first one. There's more here.
All right.
Hi, I'm Full House Francine. Are you feeling lucky tonight? Want to fill up my house? That's the actual quote from the game.
Jeez.
What? I look too easy? Then don't call me Poker Penny for anything.
Oh, this game.
Hey, what are you guys doing out there while you're watching my moves? Touching our cocks.
Yeah.
I used to be a nurse. Can you guess what kind of therapy my patients got? Jesus Christ.
What does that even mean?
Jerk them off? Here's one more. Do you like the shape of my boobs? How would you like to sample a squeeze? Like, I've never had a girl in my... You like the shape of my boobs? Yeah, this game is something else. This is the last one I'll read. Boy, you're really good. That's a big one of a kind. But I'm gonna show you more. Oh, she has a bigger one than you?
She's my favorite. Yeah, so...
Yeah, they try to entice you with some dirty talk. I was having a lot of fun taking screenshots and sending them to Jenny. She's like, what the fuck? Just full-on pixelated tits. Like...
You tell her, you never asked me to sample your boobs.
You never wanted to see my full house.
So like we said, it's every $1,000 you make, you get to see one of these pictures with one of these captions, and it's a little less clothing every time.
Very, very simple.
Yeah. And once you get to $5,000, that's when you see some boobs.
Oh, you see boobs before that.
Well, I mean, you see the most seductive, sexy pose is what I mean.
Yes.
Like, that's the finale, $5,000.
It's not that hard to get there.
No, and it's really raunchy when when you get to the $5,000 mark. So I guess we can move on because it's just a simple poker
like
game.
Something you would play on fucking the first basic Windows or Commodore.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, there's nothing much to it. The cards, you can't even fucking tell what's what sometimes. It's just like,
Yeah.
I don't care. Just let me see some pixelated titties.
So the next game, we got
biddies.
Hot Slots.
Oh, I like that one. 8-bit biddies.
What was it?
8-bit biddies, man.
8-bit biddies. I do like that. That's a good one.
Take old biddies.
Let's talk about some Hot Slots now. Now, just like Peekaboo Poker, you've got 3 lovely ladies, 8-bit babes to pick from. You got Cutie Bunny, Juicy Fruits, or Las Vegas.
Also, the names of the slot machines that you're playing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think that's the name of the slot machines, but one is associated with a girl. So each slot machine looks different. So whichever one you pick has a different
aesthetic
picture on it. And then it's also got different music.
Yeah, they actually have some better music than other Nintendo games we've played.
Yeah, they're not terrible. And even the music in the other one's not terrible.
Peekaboo Poker is not too bad. Well, it gets a little repetitive after you're playing, but
yeah, it's real repetitive, but
hey, it's better than nothing. You just don't have to hear the sound of your. Again, we told you we're going places, and no, didn't actually jerk off while we're playing this game, because I know someone's going to send us that message.
We didn't.
No. Or am I trying to save face?
You will never know. That's on the Patreon exclusive. No, I'm just kidding.
If I was 14 when this game came out, slight chance.
Right? If I was 14 and it was 91 and I didn't have access to internet porn like I do now,
yeah,
I
got
wonder.
sick and tired of the Sears catalog and watching the aerobic fitness. Yeah, maybe.
So now in this, I got really confused at the beginning of this game because once you boot it up, it's like wanting you to convert.
Yeah, it's like
medallions.
I have to stick my credit card in somewhere.
Yeah, it didn't make sense. I was really confused.
And you got to push down on
the
D-pad in order for it to do anything.
Do you like video games, podcasts, and reminiscing? I'm actor, video game writer, and total sweetie pie, Connor Savage McCabe, and on each episode of Call Me By Your Game, I sit down with a guest for an intimate look at a special game from their past. Did you and your dad beat Spyro the Dragon over the holidays? Or was Halo 4 the one thing that united your roommates during your senior year of college? Stories like these are what Call Me By Your Game is about. From video game content creator Janet Garcia to Hades voice actor Courtney Vinay's, I interview wonderful comedians and game industry friends about these memories. Check us out wherever you get your podcasts, and maybe someday you'll call me by your game.
Yeah. So you finally you get into the game, and it's just a slot machine. Like it's once you pick the
controls
machine
are
you're gonna
for
play. They are really fucked. I'm glad you agree on that because I couldn't figure out what the hell I was doing with the buttons.
Yeah, because the one button gets it ready to change your bet. I think it was A. Then B starts spinning it, but in order for it to stop, you got to use I think it's
the
left
D-pad.
Yeah, left, up, and right.
Yeah, and it's really confusing.
That's how you stop the wheels. I thought the wheels were going to stop on their own, so I'm sitting there watching okay, you can stop anytime now, and it's and then, oh yay, I won some coins. Where's the titties?
Yeah. So once you win, it pans down to the bottom where all the money drops at the bottom of the machine, which that got old pretty quick.
This game got old pretty quick.
This one was probably the worst out of the 3. Which one did you play first, by the way?
Bubble Bath Babes.
Okay. Which one? Do you remember which one you played second?
This one.
Hot Slots?
And then I saved the best for last.
See, I think that's the same order I played it in, but I've known about these games for years.
Yeah, I've had an inkling that they're out there. Just I haven't really actually played them up until this point.
I think a long time ago, when I first got into downloading emulators and stuff, I came across Bubble Bath Babes, and I was like, "Is this a real game?" Because there's different hacks the Mario where everything's dicks and you're jumping on.
That's the only
so I thought it was
play.
I thought that it was a hack, and I was just like, oh, okay, whatever. But yeah, no, these are real games. Well, not really licensed games, but they're real games. So in this game, if you want to see some skin, you have to make $210. So once you get to $210, you get to see the character that you picked. You get to see them getting a little dirty.
Yeah. These aren't my girls, though. Poker Penny's the one for me.
Poker Penny is the love of my life. So at $300, you'll get to see some more skin. And then at $450, you see the goods.
It takes you a lot longer in this one because it's slots. It's like poker at least has some sort of skill to it. If you want to say,
right.
If you want to say that, but yeah, this game is just fucking throwing. You're coming to win. You don't know where it's gonna hit.
Yeah, it really is it's just you're just hitting the button and it's doing everything for you. You're really not doing
it's a very
anything
minimalistic game.
Yeah. So you earn medallions and they're all worth $1, I guess.
Yep.
I don't know. I probably put the least amount of time in this one because it was so boring.
Same here. It was very mediocre.
Yes. So apparently the big wins, like if you want to win the big money, you need to get 3 sevens or 3 bars or 3 colored jacks.
Yeah, and you can just do max bet and just hope you get to some nudity before you're bored.
Yeah, I mean, that's really all there is to say about hot slots. Should we move on?
Not really hot, but there's a lot of slots.
I think, we've been pretty dirty so far, so we should talk about baths and babes.
Get a good old bubble bath going.
Bubble bath babes.
This is the game with the most meat on the bones.
Yes. So there's clusters of bubbles, and it's 4 bubbles. You move them from the bottom of the screen to the top. The top of the screen isn't like flat. It has little grooves to where the bubbles can land in it, but it doesn't always work out that way. Sometimes you...
Yeah, they just fucking throw in a random bubble. An empty bubble.
That won't fit.
It has no color to it. Did you see did they look like Pokeballs to you?
Nah, maybe a little bit, I guess.
Like Pokeballs to me. I thought I was playing Pokeballs and trying to catch this naked lady.
You're like, oh, Misty.
I'm sure everyone's had that fantasy.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, come on. We're all grown-ups here, I hope. If you're a kid listening to this, go get off this fucking podcast. This is not for you.
Go to your room.
Go to your room. You're grounded. I'm disappointed.
Bubble bath babes out here. No more titty porno games.
So the goal of this game is to match 4 of the same colored bubbles and make them go pop. So the different colors are red, blue, yellow, and green. And I was saying earlier, this is like Tetris, and it's got a couple of just your typical puzzle games. Like I felt like Tetris or Bubble Bobble.
Yeah. But without the really
Dr.
solid
Mario.
gameplay. I said, without the really solid gameplay.
So in this one, if you don't have a bubble underneath it, it'll create invisible bubbles. Am I explaining that right?
That's exactly what it is.
And you can't pop those. You have to pop the ones that it's sitting on top of, and that'll make the invisible bubbles go away.
Bitch.
Yes. And the reason it does this is because it's trying to fill up the screen, because if the bubbles touch the bottom of the screen, you're done. You don't get to see the boobies.
Well, there's boobies right at the bottom of the screen while you're playing.
There are boobies. Yeah, there's a girl laying on her side the whole time you're playing, and she's farting out the bubbles.
You get to see her fun bags.
It does. The bubbles are coming up from behind her, so it kind of does look like she's farting them out, which is kind of hot, if you ask me.
Yeah, would you suck a bubble like Sonic? So you can breathe a little longer?
Maybe. So yeah, but like I said, once you pop the bubble that those invisible bubbles are underneath, it makes that whole row go away. So, and but
the clear ones are fart
cool.
bubbles. I get it now.
What's cool about those clear ones is you can still maneuver the other bubbles into them. Did you notice that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you can actually push them into any kind of blank bubble spot.
Oh, sweet. You can penetrate the bubbles.
Yeah, it makes it makes it a little easier. So there's also these letters that appear sometimes in the bubbles, and you want to try to match the same colors on those and make them pop so you can get that letter. Now, they will go away after, it spells magic. And if you don't pop them in time, they will just disappear. But I didn't really understand what they did once you spelt out the word magic. Did you?
It's like a bonus ball. You can, I think it takes away, a bunch of the same colors.
Well, there is a bonus or some kind of a random bonus ball looking thing. It's supposed to whatever color you make it touch, it's supposed to make all the bubbles around it.
So I'm totally wrong.
Oh, see, it may be. I was confused by it. It didn't make any sense. I thought it was random, and it never helped me. It always went to the opposite color, and I was like, well, this fucking thing sucks. So,
and I found it weird too the way the bubbles would come in. They're coming in as a line and one on the side. You can move them around a couple ways. But I just found it very awkward for fucking stacking.
Yeah, the rotating was really weird in this game. You could use A to rotate one direction, you could, kind of turn it, and then the other one flipped it.
Yeah, side to side.
One flipped it horizontally, and one flipped it vertically. So it didn't rotate.
They make you work for those fucking pixelated tatas.
This one does make you work a lot for it.
Oh, pixelated puppies.
That's a good one. That's good. You can also hold up to make the bubbles go up faster. And, if whatever reason you're in a hurry to see some boobies, you can also hold down. And if you hold down, it comes to a damn near complete stop.
Again, edging.
There's 2 different game types that you can play. So one starts you off with that blank screen that I was talking about, and then the other one starts out with a few rows of bubbles already there, which I kind of like that way a little better because you already have something to work with. You're not just...
Yeah, you're not just starting flaccid.
You're already a little bit there.
Got the fluffing action going on.
So I know if you're playing the way where it's empty when you start out, once you get 200 points, that's how you go to the next level. Every other level is when you get to see one of the girls take off some clothes,
or they ask you to come soak in their tub.
Yes, they get dirty. You want me to read some of the ones that I screenshotted for you?
I would love for you to read some of them. It's time for erotic story time with Toby.
Bubbling Bunny wants you to pop my bubble now. I bet I can make yours burst. Ooh. Yeah. And then, way to go, hotshot. Care to lather me up? And she's still in the first one she had clothes on. The second one she has just a bra and panties on. And here's the third one where you actually see boobs and she's covering her vagina with one hand. And she says, "You're the luckiest man in the world. Now you get to soak in my suds."
Okay, that one kind of grossed me out when you sent me that. Because this is there's guys out there, there's people out there, I'm not kink shaming, but people buy people's bathwater.
Yes, that is a thing. I
don't know what the fuck they do with it. Again, to each their own. We're all cool with everyone here. But bathing and showering's sacred to me.
They don't mix.
Yes. And fuck, maybe we should do that on our Patreon. $100, you can get our fucking bath water.
I'll even piss in it.
Oh, fuck's sakes, Toby.
I always wonder, because it's always the cosplay girls or stuff like that have been doing it. I wonder if they even get in the bathtub at all.
Probably not, man.
what a shame.
It's probably like those panties in the vending machines.
Oh, in like Japan or something like that? Is that a real thing?
Oh, yeah. It's a guy like me or you wearing them.
Gross.
Whoa, she smells musky. We told you this episode's going to go places.
It's a big guy on a treadmill wearing little underwear.
He has like 50 pairs of underwear on.
He's just sweating through all of them.
The ones on the outside are worth less. It's like a jawbreaker no one ever wants to fucking eat.
That made me kind of gag. All right, let's talk about boobs again. So, like I said, every other level you get to see a picture, and on the 6th level of that world, I guess, because it's like 1-1, 1-2. So 1-2 you see a picture, 1-4 you see a picture, 1-6.
Yeah, you're like, hola, areola.
The 1-6 is when you see the nude. So 2-2 you'll see another picture, 2-4, 2-6 you'll see another nude.
It's building you up. I wonder if people actually use this game for pleasure. I fucking guarantee it, actually. If we're talking about people buying girls' bathwater, someone's definitely J.O.'d to this.
For sure. But, usually this is the part of the show where we talk about the music, but I feel like we've already been talking about the music. What do you think of the Bubble Bath Babes music?
It's a lot better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
For all three of them, Hot Slots wasn't the greatest, but they put an effort in. I can say that a lot better than some other games, so... It's pretty sad that a knockoff fucking porno game has better music than Adventures of Lolo.
Now, one of the songs for Bubble Bath Babes was real slow, and it wasn't very good at all, but the other one was pretty cool.
Well, you gotta keep the pace, man. You gotta start off slow. It's like love making.
Yeah. Oh, is that how you're supposed to do it?
Yeah, you don't just take her to Pound Town first. You gotta start nice and slow.
Oh. Take the beef bus to Tuna Town?
Round trip, baby.
Yeah, the music's not terrible.
That was a Bloodhound Gang reference. I got it.
You got it, didn't you? I didn't know if you were going to get it.
Of course, man. You're pretty when I'm drunk, Toby.
So, yeah, I mean, music's there. There's nothing... Again, like you said, it is better than some other NES games.
Oh, yeah, totally. It's on par. It's not as good as Super Mario. Like, let's not go crazy, but
yeah,
it was decent at best.
And there's not much on the graphics side to really talk about. Like, they're pretty much just static images for the most part.
Yeah.
Like, there's not a whole lot of movement. I think the most movement you see is Bubble Bath Babes, and that's the bubbles moving around.
Or the cards moving, or the slots moving.
Yeah, that's
the girls
it.
don't move.
No,
but
this is a...
Imagine, like, you're the guy who, like, created these sprites or pictures. Or, like, your wife... Go home to your wife, like, if you have a wife even, it's like, what'd you do today, honey? Oh, I did some pixelated titties. For some pervert game on a Nintendo. Oh, you're working for Nintendo? Oh, hell no.
Oh, no. Nintendo won't buy this. They won't touch this with a 75-foot pole. We're going to release them illegally. Unlicensed.
Go to a guy, hey man, come to my trunk. I got something nice for you. You like Nintendo? You like titties? I got the perfect games for you, man. Or a guy in a trench coat opens it up and just has these 3 games, like the old
in
watch salesman.
Yeah, in the trench coat. He's like, I got a game. You like poker? No, you don't like. You like slots? No,
man, you got the
you
stuff?
like something like it's like Tetris, but it's not Tetris. Yeah, I got that.
You got the stuff, man? Yeah, I do. Got those 8-bitty titties.
So, what did you think of the titties? Let's get the elephant out of the room and talk about
them all show. I think I said titties like 20 times already.
Yeah, but I mean,
people in Discord want me to switch it up, but I'm sticking with the good old.
but did you like them?
They're fucking cartoon tits. Like, they don't really do anything for me.
What? You're not into what is it called?
Hentai?
Hentai. There we go.
No,
I got edging earlier, but I forget hentai.
Now this is going to be another thing people are thinking I'm into. Furries and hentai. Thanks, Toby. Yeah, give me more tentacles.
Yeah. These, I don't know. It
was amusing. Like, it gave me a good chuckle, but there's no way I'd be aroused by it if that's what you're trying to ask me.
No, I don't think that's. Yeah, I don't think that's possible in this day and age.
You sound like you have dissatisfaction in your sound of your voice.
I feel like playing these games was fun because seeing because we know damn well that a guy programmed these, like,
yeah.
And a guy wrote the little
plus the
messages.
World we're living in now, like every TV show that you watch pretty much like on a paid subscription thing has titties in it. Like your Game of Thrones, your Dexter,
right. We're really desensitized
Dexter,
to it.
That's an old throwback, but like,
well, no, it's still, but we're real desensitized to it, but it's just funny. Like that's what was most exciting. Not even seeing the cartoon boobies, but seeing like what the hell did these developers write with her saying like, you want to sample my boobs?
Is what was like the best part for me.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, the titties were okay. They're not the greatest. Definitely not the best pair I've ever seen. Holy shit. Is this snowing outside?
Yeah, you're in Canada. Isn't it fucking always snowing outside?
I know it snowed like last episode, but like these are big chunky white things. And it says like from Texas with love. Toby, are these all your fucking cum rags are flying all through the air right here?
Yes, I did have to hide the evidence, and I sent them on a plane, and
you airdropped all your fucking Kleenexes in my backyard.
Well, there's a couple socks in there.
Fuck's sakes, I gotta clean this up before Jenny gets home. This is fucking disgusting.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Make sure you wear some gloves.
Thank God I got a snowblower.
Well, since he's gone, and I've already hit stop on the recording, I guess I can just, get this lotion right here and. All right, I'm gonna rub it in my hands. Got to get the hands all moisturized. Oh no!
Oh, Toby!
Oh, son of a bitch! I didn't even get started on myself.
Oh, I got me started. You better finish me now. Crack me like a lawnmower. Ooh.
I'm not doing that, Goops Genie.
Start me up. Kickstart my heart, buddy. Ooh.
This is not a good time.
Cock.
This is not a good time, Goops Genie. This is the most inopportune time for you to show up.
Oh, it's the best time for me to show up and you show out. Oh, you're a grower, not a shower.
Hey, we were talking about these pornographic, erotic games for the NES. Have you ever played any of those?
Is there any genies in there?
There's bubble bath babes.
Ooh, they could be genies.
They could be.
I like my bubbles.
Yeah.
And Genie loves those titties. Ooh.
Well,
That's why I like you so much. You get the D and the T's.
Well, thank you, Goob Genie.
No problem.
I didn't think about this, but I wonder if there's any cheats for any of these 3 games.
There's 2 cheats for it. The one you're doing with your wife or girlfriend for playing this game. Ooh.
Oh.
And then the other cheat is to view the ending screens, press select start A up B down at the title screen and wait for a second. The screen will vibrate up and down and you see all the ending scenes. Ooh, you don't have to play poker anymore.
So that's for Peekaboo Poker?
Oh, yes it is. You can see all the pixelated titties.
Oh, well then I know what I'm about to do before my co-host comes back. So, Goobs Genie, you need to get out of here because I got something to look at.
Ooh,
get out of here!
I'd like to meet him one day.
No, just get out of here. I got to do this. I got to look at this right now before he gets back. Go, get out of here! Shoot!
I'll whip you up.
No, get back in the lotion bottle. Get back in the lotion bottle.
Oh, don't use the hose again.
Okay, I gotta type in this. Where's my Nintendo?
Toby.
Oh, you're back?
You have the camera on, and what the fuck are you doing? I have a snowblower. I just mulched it all up and shot it all over the neighbor's porch, or the fence.
Oh. You want to hear some fun facts?
It's time for Fun Facts with Toby. Pring!
All right, Goobs. We are going to have a threesome.
A 3-way pain.
3-way.
How much is these games?
I was was waiting to see if you'd switch it up.
I almost didn't too. I hesitated. There was hesitation in my voice. So this is the game show where Goobs,
That's me,
is going to try to guess the price of these games, and he has a $5 leeway, so he can be within $5 to get the point.
the $5 rule.
$5 rule. It rules us all. All right. So we're going to start in order of how we talked about them. So we're going to start with Peekaboo Poker. And, as always, we're going to be talking about a loose copy of this game. A loose...
Just like the girls in this game.
Hey!
They fly loose and fancy free, man. Hippie mentality.
So, Peekaboo Poker loose. How much do you think this game
I know
is?
all three of these games are fucking valuable and like sought after.
Aw, that sucks.
Yeah,
Okay.
it does. $1,000.50.
$1,050?
$1,050.
This game goes for $1,000.
Shit.
You weren't even close with your $5. I feel like we need to make it a $50 rule for these. Like, we're going to say a $50 rule, okay?
Okay, so I was right then.
You were right. Okay, so moving on.
I knew you were gonna think I'm gonna lowball these, but no, I know.
I was really hoping that way you would shit yourself.
No,
Okay.
I know these are. I've been around the bush. There's none in this game though.
Okay, so complete in box. So this is the box
Same
that it
game,
comes
right?
with.
Peekaboo Poker.
Yes, Peekaboo Poker. This is the box. I don't know if they had a manual because we'll get to some of that
Those
in the other
pages
fun
are probably
facts.
stuck together.
They probably are. But let's just say it's complete. It has a manual.
This is one cartridge I wouldn't blow.
That was a good one. How much do you think it goes for complete?
Oh shit!
Peekaboo Poker.
Let's go 2,500.
I was seeing prices for $1,400.
Okay.
Okay. So now, hot slots. How much loose, Goobs?
It's gotta be up there again. Let's go.
This is just the cartridge.
1150.
$1,150? $1,100. You got that one too.
Okay.
Okay. So complete. Now I don't know how. I don't know. I'll just let you take a guess first. Complete. So this has the box. This has the cartridge. Possible manual if it came with it. How much?
1369.
I like your enthusiasm, but it was for $1,200 is what I was seeing. So it's only $100 for that one.
Wait, at
which-
least I got two right. I got the Lucy's right.
Yeah, and I don't know if maybe hot slots is like easier to, come across the box and everything. So I don't know if there's something like that. Now, Bubble Bath Babes. How much does it go for loose?
Well, this game was like a more actual game than the other one, so 1425.
$1,425. It actually goes for $1,300.
Okay, well I was right. It was more expensive than the other ones.
Yes. So complete with the box. How much do you think it goes for?
1700.
So this one, I kept seeing prices for around $2,500. So I don't know if
I was gonna
one's-
go with 25. Fuck's sakes.
Well, see, and that's what I don't know enough about these games is if maybe Bubble Bath Babes, the cartridge is or the box is more rare because it was an actual game like you said. I don't know if Hot Slots was just more widely available. I don't know. But anyways, that's an expensive ass.
Maybe one of the more expensive games that we've had on the show.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. So here's some more fun facts.
You're expecting me to like blow my mind over those prices, eh?
Yeah, I really was. I was expecting you to be like,
No, I
60
know those.
bucks.
$13. No, it's 10 times the price, bud.
Hey, I was already like geared up to be like, well, with the $5, you're way the fuck off.
I know. I watch AVG ad. I just know that it's a collector's item.
Yep.
And these are like kind of the that talked about thing in the Nintendo collector community.
Right, for sure. Yeah, that's what's going to be tricky is because we do know a little bit about video game collecting.
Anyone that has a retro show has talked about these games to someone, and we watch a lot of retro YouTubers and shit like that, listening to other shows.
Yep. So these are all unlicensed games, like we said earlier, and they're very similar to the Tengen games that you might find, like the Tetris Tengen. They're not the normal
like
gray
Micro
cartridge.
Machines?
Yes, Micro Machines. There's a baseball one. There's a
the
handful
multi-cart games too and shit like that. The Bible games.
Yes. So these, like I said, aren't the gray cartridges, but these are black and they have a different shape to them. And the sticker on the front is a different size. And there's also no label at the very top of them. So you can't just stack them up together and read them.
Huh.
Yeah.
You can get repros of this as well.
Right, yes.
The repros have like the full label and looks more like a Nintendo game.
Right. Now, these games were not available in stores. You actually had to
shit.
You had to you had to order these, like you had to send off for a mailer kind of thing to get them.
Before it comes in like a nondescript like thing, or it comes in a very descript thing like porn video game.
Adult video games. So apparently they sold approximately 30,000 to 50,000 copies of each of these.
Huh.
So
not a bad number.
But I was also seeing some really low numbers too, and that's why they're so valuable and sought after, because there's not that many. So I'm not real. Again, the history on these three games is really weird. It's hard to find some really good facts on this. So I might be way wrong. Now, these games were available at some rental stores, so you could rent these, but they were always behind the counter, if you know what I mean.
Oh, like how you used to go to the video stores back in the day and they had that curtain there with all the pornos in them?
Please tell me your local video store had like the beads. Mine had beads.
One had beads, one had curtains, and you'd always like, when your parents are looking at the new releases, you stick your head in there and normally get caught by someone.
See, I think that's why they had the beads, so they could hear them like rattle against each other, and they could be like, "Hey, kid, get out of there!
Get your fucking head out of there!"
So, I was talking about the boxes earlier. These weren't like your typical cardboard boxes like other NES games. These came in a plastic kind of case. I think it's more similar.
Yeah, no wonder. Fucking spunk protectors, man.
I think it's more similar to like a VHS plastic case, like the Disney VHS ones, compared to like the clamshell Sega Genesis.
Was it bigger size,
cases.
like the porno VHSs back in the day? They had giant fucking boxes too.
You know, I all the videos and pictures I saw, I guess I never like thought about trying to compare the size, because I have no idea. I mean, obviously these are like too expensive for my taste to have in my personal collection.
Yeah, and why would you want these in your like?
No,
if you're going for a full complete every game that's available, including like the hacked ones, yeah, sure, but just get the repros. Like, you don't need to spend fucking $1,200, $1,300 on this.
It's you're in like $4,000 if you're trying to buy all three of these full. You know,
you can probably
complete.
get all of them for like $100, $150 if you get the repros.
Right. So, Bubble Bath Babes was changed in the U.S. It was licensed by American Video Entertainment, and it was re-released under the title Mermaids in Atlantis.
See, I wish I'd rather play that one. Get my Scaly on. Or my
now,
Fishy. I don't know.
All the
Riku and fucking Master Llama are going to have to tell me what I'm into now.
our friends in our Discord.
I did enjoy Little Mermaid.
Well, see, and you know how we were talking about how she's topless at the bottom in Bubble Bath Babes?
Oh, she would have had a mermaid tail.
She has a mermaid tail, and I think she's, got some kind of top on. Maybe
I would have liked
shells.
that better.
Yeah. So Bubble Bath Babes was also called Magic Bubbles in some regions.
Oh, that's why Magic would pop up then, probably.
Right. And then in Japan, it was called Soap Panic.
Okay.
There's
finishing. I don't know what to
do. So there's also a Sega Genesis version, but It was released in 1993, and I think it's more suitable for all ages.
Oh, I was gonna say, does it have better titties?
So one of the developers, publishers, whatever the history is on that, Hacker International, their company was open from 1990 to 2001, and they actually created games not only for the Nintendo but for the PC Engine, PlayStation, and PC. And I think a lot of them were kind of dirty.
Oh, probably. Whole bunch of perverts.
Yep. Now, if you are a big pervert and you want to see the dirtiest game that I ever saw, there's a Atari 2600 game called Custer's Revenge.
Yes.
It goes for about $60 loose, and it's about $90 complete in box. It is ridiculous. You are a naked cowboy with a heart on, and you are trying to run across the screen and
watch
have
your
sex
wording.
with an Native American.
There you go.
Who's tied to like a cactus or something while arrows are being shot at you. So you're trying to dodge. Yes, you do have to finish before the arrows get you.
Do you own this game?
No, I don't own that game. I've never played it either. I've just seen video footage of it, and it's wild.
There's a couple porno Atari games as well.
Yeah,
sort of the same thing with this, but those seem much more fun.
Oh yeah, but that one just seems like the most graphic out of all of the other ones that I've seen. And there might be something that's a little more graphic because you've got your heart on flopping as you're running.
Well, again,
go
you
look up
mentioned
footage of that.
Fucking Mario hack. With everything's dicks, so
everything's dicks. You're jumping on the dicks.
Even the hills in the background, the clouds, everything.
Now, Goobs, this is usually where we have a rage meter, but I want to do something different.
I was ready to rage.
I want to have a horny meter.
How horny did this game make you? 0.
Fine, we can go to the rage meter.
Oh, it's time to motherfucking rage. I got blue balls.
Oh, come on!
So this is typically the part of the show where we rage about these games and we tell you what we hated about them and how they piss us off.
Yeah, they make you so mad you mistaken lube for Gorilla Glue, and you started jacking, and then you just got your dick stuck in your hand.
Ooh, that's
then you had to rip it off.
Oh, jeez, that's really
ultra
mad.
rage.
Do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'm gonna rate them all differently.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start with hot slots.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it a 1.
Okay.
Because it took me a long time to see some titties. That's it. It was just
getting to the titties part.
You're playing slots. Let's just get to the titties. Poker, 0. Was not mad at all. It was just a casual, just playing poker. There's nothing that made me too aggravated. The music was fine. Titties were there. So, titties calm me down. If you wanted me not to rage, put some fucking titties there. Pixelated or not.
Right.
And then, Bubble Bath Babes. That game was a little frustrating. That's a 6. That's a 6 on the rage meter for me.
Really?
Yeah. I did not like this game. The way the controls worked for the bubbles, the way you move them around, like we talked about before, is just, I was like, what the fuck is going on? There's no rhyme or reason. They throw empty random bubbles in there that are empty, and you told me you can penetrate them, and I never learned how to penetrate them. So I never got any bubbles pregnant, so at least that I'm aware of. But it was, yeah, it was just a shitty fucking puzzle game, and the controls were sloppy. I didn't like them at all. Sure, there was titties. I wish it was a mermaid now at the bottom of the screen. That would have made my time much more enjoyable. Music wasn't bad, so I can't shit on that at all. Graphics are very minimalistic, as they are with all these games. So, yeah, it was just, I died a lot, dude, before I saw my first titty. It was very, I don't know. I'm normally good at puzzle games. I'm really good at Tetris, Dr. Mario, fucking all those sort of things, like Bubble Bubble, all the classics. this, I couldn't wrap my brain around. I don't fucking understand why. That was frustrating to me the most. I'm raising it to a 7.5.
Jeez, on this porno game.
Yeah, it's just
I think you were just having a raging boner.
not at all. I was flaccid as fuck, dude. Maybe that's part of my rage too. I was all excited, all horned up, ready to go, and she didn't deliver. I didn't get to soak in her. I didn't get to soak in her suds, man.
You had blue bubbles.
Got blue bubbles, man, and it was bad. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with my 7.5. Sure,
Okay.
that's super high for this game. I don't really sound too ragey, but inside my heart, my cockles, there's rage. What about you,
Okay.
good Sir Toby?
All right, I'm gonna break it down too. So, Peekaboo Poker. I'm gonna give this one about a 5 because I don't really know how to play poker, and I was just guessing how to play because there's no instructions or anything.
Why don't you just watch like a quick 2-minute tutorial on how to play poker? It's like pretty simple.
Because if you're picking up this game and you have no experience with whatever, it's got to teach you. I feel like you need. The game has to teach you a little bit.
It's a porno game. It's not going to be a
That's a fair point. That's a fair point, but still.
Tutorial. Here's how to jerk off and play poker.
And then I'm gonna give Hot Slots a 4 just because that whole confusion at the very beginning when you're trying to pick the level and then when you're trying to figure out the buttons.
I'll raise that to a 2.
I'm gonna give it a 4 because it's just frustrating because none of it makes any sense. And then I'm gonna give Bubble Bath Babes a 3. And I didn't rage. The one thing that made me rage in Bubble Bath Babes was that stupid bonus thing where it would change all the colors of the other bubbles. It didn't make any sense. It was fucking stupid. So that's really all I'm raging on is on Bubble Bath Babes. So that's it. I didn't rage too much playing any of these because they were all so simple and you got to see cartoon boobs and they say really horny things.
It was the sayings that did it mostly for me. That's why I wanted to keep playing to see what the fuck they were going to say next.
Yeah, me too. That and I wanted to see how raunchy they were actually going to get with the pictures because you didn't really know. Like, they're taking off something.
You just did my whole ratings there for the next part.
Well, let's go ahead and move on to the part of the show where we're going to give
we can't even calm down. We're just kind of calm already.
We're already, yeah, it's like, you just had sex, you feel good. It's how
Don't you dare touch my cock. I just finished.
I'm sensitive. I'm so sensitive.
Nah.
But this is where we're going to give a 1 to 10 rating on how much we enjoy these games. And I think we're going to break them down each one.
Yes.
So,
you go first, Toby.
I'll go first.
I'll be power top this time. You be power bottom.
Okay, so Peekaboo Poker, I'm giving it a 2. These are going to be the lowest ratings on our show so far, I think. I'm giving it a 2.
You may be wrong.
I thought this was not a very fun game. I felt like it needed some kind of instructions or some kind of hint to what a good hand is.
The one on your dick.
I didn't like the buttons in this game. There was no way to unselect a card. Like if you accidentally picked a card that you wanted to keep, there wasn't a way to unselect it, or I couldn't figure it out.
You just hit the opposite button.
I couldn't get it to let it go. Like I would lose cards that I wanted to keep. And the only thing that makes this game, noteworthy is the boobs and how ridiculous some of the sayings are, which is going to also be for Hot Slots, because I'm giving Hot Slots a 1 because I didn't have any fun with Hot Slots because I felt like I was just pushing, all right, spin, and then the 3D pad buttons.
Yeah.
Okay, I won. It was so boring.
I even play a slots game on my phone, and that's entertaining. This was just, I don't mind slots games, and this was just fucking goddamn terrible. It even had the added bonus of titties.
Yeah, so I'm giving it a 1. It's really basic. It should have never been a game on its own. It's just boring. And like I said, I didn't like that menu. It had a couple of things that I raged about already. I didn't find this one entertaining at all. Now, Bubble Bath Babes, I give it a 5. I thought it was a pretty decent game. Like, I'm kind of on the fence if it's like a good game or a bad game, so that's why it's at a 5. It's not terrible. It's a unique puzzle game. I like how it's not your typical normal shapes for Tetris. Like, it's got the 4 bubbles, and they're always in a different weird pattern.
Should have shaped as cocks.
They should have.
Why not? If you're going for it, go fucking full in, man.
Right. I feel like even playing the clean version, the mermaid one, it's going to be just as fun. I think it does give it a little added bonus that there are boobs and they're saying goofy stuff. So that makes it a little more fun, I guess. I played this one the longest. I had a lot more fun with this one
Man,
than any of
mermaid
the
would be
other
great
ones.
to sleep with. They're always wet.
Weird. But yeah, I enjoy
I put
puzzle
something
games.
in there for the people that make memes. You
Oh
know,
yeah, we
you know who we're talking about. Will and Ginge.
So, anyways, the Bubble Bath Babes, I don't feel like the nudity really enhances much. It's just kind of like, okay, that's an added bonus. I think I would play this game without that.
Fuck that.
But this is what I honestly think. If all 3 of these games were on one cartridge, I think that's what they should have done. And because, you know, you can play lots of these casino
they
games.
have lots
that,
of multi-cart games.
yeah, well, like if you play whatever casino game, you're gonna have 2 or 3 different games
Yeah,
on
you
there.
play slots, poker, roulette, blackjack.
Right. So I don't understand why they couldn't do that. And if all 3 of these were on one cartridge, I would say it's a 6 to a 6.5, just because it's got 3 different games on there, and you know, you have variety. But because they are one single game on one single cartridge each.
And if you're that schmuck paying fucking top dollar for this shit now, God bless you. Like, that's all I can say.
Video game preservation. We appreciate your hard-earned money going towards these terrible games.
Yeah, keep them around, I guess.
All right,
Pass them
Goobs,
down
what do
for
you...
generations. Here's my family heirloom, son. Hot slots for NES.
Grandpa was a pervert.
Sticking his tongue out.
Ugh. So, what are you giving each one of these games?
I'll break it down nice and simple. I'm giving poker a 5. I actually didn't mind it. I like simple poker games. And I was actually craving to play a poker game. I was mostly excited to play a poker game. This one was pretty easy. You can pretty much beat her very simply. And you get a lot of queens, I noticed, in this game. So just hold on to your queens and you're going to win. Or just make stupid bets, and then she'll just make stupid bets and have absolutely nothing. She just wants to show you her titties. Poker Penny is very easy. And it's not about the titties for me. The music was not that bad. Graphics are shit. But, like, I just enjoyed the simple aspect of playing a nice poker game. Actually, I'm going to drop it to a 4. It doesn't deserve a 5. Hot Slots is a 2.
Okay.
Just hot garbage, pretty much. 1.5 even, fuck it.
Yeah. Well, I gave it a 1, so you give it a 1.5. It's like a 1.25.
Yeah,
it's not worth it.
garbage.
It's just not worth it. Yeah.
It's very, very simple. And yeah, you're just hitting A and then the D-pad, like Toby said. You can hear the drab in my voice that this game was not fun at all.
Right.
And then Bubble Bath Babes, 3.5. It was
3.5?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the poker one the most out of all 3 of them. And this was just another generic puzzle game you can play on fucking Newgrounds back in the late 90s, early 2000s. And yeah, nothing really remarkable to me. It had a couple titties. The most thing out of all 3 of these games we said before, and I'll say it again, is the lines that the girls are saying, because they're fucking absolutely hilarious when you're taking them out of context.
Yeah.
Like, to hear actually someone say that in real life is like, I'd fucking die. If someone...
Oh, yeah. If someone was... If a woman was trying to come on to me and they were like, would you like to sample my boobs? I'd fucking lose my shit.
Do you like the size of my boobs? Would you like to squeeze them? Well, a girl will just say that to you and just walk away at the bar.
I'd be like, am I dreaming? Yeah. These are some perverted games.
Yeah.
Goobs.
They were definitely something we should have played for episode 69.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is the only appropriate time
We
to
got
ever
them out
play
of the
these
way,
games.
folks. We got them out of the way.
Yep.
We never have to play them again.
Never have to get dirty and
Oh, we're gonna get dirty. There's still some shit out there.
Very true. Very true.
Anything can be dirty if you think hard enough.
Hard.
Yes.
Finish him.
All right, so this is the end of the show. And, Goobs, we have a Patreon.
We do have a Patreon. We love all of our patrons.
Yes.
We love all the normal people, too.
Yeah,
we love everyone.
We love anyone that supports us, we love. But we got to show a little love to the people that are showing us a little extra love.
Yes.
So, if you go to patreon.com/badsecretmedia, you're not only supporting our show, but you're supporting our other shows, because me and Goobs have other shows that we'll tell you about in just a second. But let me tell you, our listeners that are supporting us right now. We have HF Raider, Sammy Chivers, Trey Dishman, Angel Sanchez, Chris Labe, Derek Hayes, and Masked Llama. So thank you. We love you. And we'll send you some dirty pictures, 8-bit style.
Oh, shit. 8-bit dicks. No, I will send you guys dick pics. Thank you very much for supporting our show and showing some love to your boys.
Yes. And Goobs, what's another way that you could support our show?
Well, you can go rate us on whatever platform you listen to us on. That'd be awesome.
That'd be fucking sweet.
We would like some ratings out there just so we can move up the charts a little bit, you know? Get our name out there. When people type in video games, we want us to be seen.
Right.
And hear our fucking dick jokes and titty jokes and all the jokes. And some knowledge, too, because we do that sometimes.
Sometimes.
But, yeah, you can go to tpublic.com as well. You can find the link on Bad Secret Media. Or you can just go to tpublic.com/user/secret levels and put one of our great t-shirts designed by Toby himself on one of your beautiful chests.
All of your beautiful chests.
Put it all over your chest. Burst our bubbles.
Talking about putting stuff all over your chest, tell us about your other show.
Oh, the Derailers. We like to smear marshmallows. No. The Derailer podcast, my wonderful wife, Jenny Bean, my best friend, Ripkin. We take a train ride almost every week. We're coming back now. We're jumping back on the saddle. We're random. We don't know when episodes are coming out. They're just going to drop, and you're going to be there to listen to them because you love the Derailers. And we pick a random topic, do 2 minutes of research, and just ramble on. We talk about some past stories, some new stories. There's news stories. And a horse with a fucking soldier's brain inside of him called Naysay. In like one episode, we just talked about cows. It was one of the most fun episodes I've had in a long time. It was fucking great. So tune into the Derailers on every single podcasting platform you can find us on. Because that's the best way to say it. If you can find us, we're there. Toby, what about you, good sir? That's a t-shirt. Derailers. If you find us, we're there.
What about your social media?
Oh, yeah. Follow me on Instagram and the tweeters. Goobs, WN, GOOB, capital Z.
Capital Z, W-N. Which for us Americans is Z.
I'm sure they can fucking figure it out, man.
Okay, but for me, social media, Twitter and Instagram, at Toby Von Doom. I have another show called The Secret Transmission Podcast where we talk about spooky stuff, conspiracies, and we do it all with a satire outlook. You can find us on all the major podcasting platforms. I've also got a little side project where I mess with telemarketers called Toby versus Telemarketers. And by the time you're hearing this, there should be a YouTube channel. So just go YouTube Toby versus Telemarketers.
It's getting too big. Fun shit, man.
Yeah, it's getting too big for Instagram only now. So I'm going to have to move platforms, but just search Toby versus Telemarketers, and you'll get to see me talking shit to telemarketers. I just recorded one today, actually, where the guy said I said something to him, and then he goes, "Oh yeah, I'd fuck your daughter." And I was like, "Oh, you're a child molester?" And he goes, No, you're not recording, are you?" And I was like, "Yes, I actually am. That's weird that you said that." So he's like, Don't post it. So good stuff to look forward to.
Oh my God. I am posting this because you shouldn't have said that.
You should have said that. Also, Goobs, we didn't mention it at the beginning of the show because we were so turned on, but this is March Madness.
Yes, March Madness.
So all March long, we're going to be playing NES games because it's the madness.
We showed Sega some love. Now we're going back to the roots, man.
Yep. We had Sega February, but we didn't announce it. We just
kind of happened.
Yeah, we were kind of secretly admiring Sega, and then we were like, we like you a lot, and they were our Valentines.
From a distance.
But now it's March Madness. So all month long, we're gonna have NES games.
Yeah, there's gonna be some good stuff coming up.
Cool shit, man.
Started all off with this pervy shit, so it's only uphill from here, folks. Just grab onto my areolas and enjoy the ride.
Game over, folks.
Game over, folks. Oh no, not game over.
What?
Not game over.
What's left?
Motherfucking Discord.
Oh yeah.
How dare I forget about my fucking other family, man.
Yep.
Come join our Discord. Links in the show notes. Is that proper?
Yep.
Show description notes. Look down there. Please come join our Discord. And you're going to get a nice warm welcome from everyone, unless you're a bot trying to teach us English, because we'll just get booted.
That happened once.
And we have a backup to boot you in case anyone's in there. So we have some good, strong people in our community. So come join us. Be part of the family, the Secret Levels family. And come play some video games with us. We've been playing a lot of Pokemon Sword and Shield again recently. We play Smash Brothers, which I'll be playing in like 10 minutes after I'm done recording this.
And we can talk bestiality, apparently.
Yeah, and a whole bunch of other things. Fetishes come up quite a bit. And we have people from all around the globe. We've got some guys from UK. We got Australia. We got fucking people from all over. Scotland, fucking US, a whole bunch of states. We got a Canadian in there. Me, of course.
Yeah, obviously. Douche.
Hey, fuck off, eh?
Hey.
I'm not your buddy guy. Yes, come join the Discord family, and also go join the Facebook group where Jenny Bean's in there, Toby's in there, so you can go and talk about video games. There's a bunch of wonderful people in there as well. Go join and share the love of video games, because that's all we're trying to do on this show, is to spread the love.
That's all we're trying to do.
Spread the love all over your beautiful chests.
Ugh.
Game over, folks.